Okay, get a little more in depth on exactly what I did. I made a really quick video. I'm taking my time on this one, but I'll show you what I did. This is my 690 that I put a new touchscreen on. The old one was all scratched up. You could see where somebody had played solitaire. It was terribly scratched up, so I got a new touchscreen in that. I had been waiting for this motherboard to come, and I didn't have the patience, so I actually took out of my 690 the ROM that came on this 690 board. Now this is a 690 RAM module. Now if you look at this has 16 megabytes of RAM, and then right here is 16 megabytes. That's what makes this 32 megabyte, the 690. If you look at the board that's in the 680E, it does not have the two RAM things on it. It just has these two, and these two are empty. So what you do, I said in the other video, is you take these three screws out. You don't have to take the whole thing apart. These three screws out. After you've done that, you can pop up the keyboard, and be careful, there's a ribbon cable there. But you pop up the keyboard, and right about here underneath the keyboard is where this ROM chip goes. So you remove the old one, which, as I said, doesn't have the 16 megabytes of RAM on it. These two spots are blank, and you take the old one out, put the new one in, put the keyboard back on, put the three screws back in, and remember though, you're going to have to do a full reset on the 680, so make sure you have everything backed up. Do the full reset. When it comes on, boom, you have your 680 is now a 690. Even any of the extra program, I don't know what extra programs were on 690, but there seems to be a couple things that weren't on the 680 to begin with. So I did that. So the 680 is a 690 now. And I have this as an extra. So I was going to possibly put the 690 motherboard in the 680E, but other than the modem, which I don't use and I don't need, it didn't make any sense to take the whole thing apart. You know, this is a working 680 that's in really good condition. I really like it. It's one of those Dutch Railroad ones. And, okay, so it gets me to the next thing. So, with my 690, I said to replace the screen. I put the ROM chip back in it. This one I didn't have to do a full reset. I did want to test something that was taking the 680 ROM chip, putting in a 690, and seeing if I can turn a 690 into a 680. I know it sounds crazy and a waste of time, but to me it sounds interesting to try. So what I'm trying to do next with this is I have one of these bottoms, like what's on this, and I'm going to put this bottom on my 690. I like this bottom. Once I have 512 megabyte CF in there, I'm done. I'm never touching the compact flash card. And so this, I just need to get this on. I'm missing the three long screws that I need in the front, so I can only get two screws in it, and I'm not going to keep it like that for now. I wasn't a big fan of this pull-out thing. Mine broke. I wasn't a big fan of this pull-out thing. It still went like this if you have a PCMCIA card in there. A terrible design in my opinion. So this kind of saves the day. I'm really happy about this. Some may be annoyed that the compact flash card isn't easily accessible, but as I said, if you got a computer to hook it up with, or you know, if you got the right things, it's not that big of a deal. So that's what I've done. And as I said, you know, this is pretty cool. So if you've been looking for the RAM module for the 680 to upgrade to 32 megabytes of RAM, don't, because you're never going to find it. The easiest way is go to Used Handheld's website. Big shout out to them. And you can get this with the motherboard. I think I paid $35 for that shipped. So I think it was about $35 shipped, and I got the new module. I'd seen websites that said they had this RAM module, and they were charging $150, and they did not have it. I emailed probably 50 different places looking for this. But I thought something cool too is one last thing is before I end this video, this is a 690 board. On the 680s, this isn't on there because this is the modem right there. There's your SH3 processor. I wish my camera would zoom in. Let's see, I can't see if I'm upside down or not, but that's the SH3 processor, says it right there. There's the Epson chipset that's on it, and I said here's the 16 megs of RAM that's on board. And And then there's a PCMCIA card slot. This is where the charging port. That's one thing you can't do if you have a dock and you have this bottom on. You can't use the docking port, which is limited, but I don't even have the dock. I really don't see a point in the dock. I use the wire. I connect it to a really shitty free computer I got, which I'll actually show you guys quickly if I talk with you guys about that in another video and on the message forums, hpcforums.com. A great place to go, guys. I hang out there way too much. I'm probably annoying the people on there. Okay. This is this HP 6510B. I got this for free, but it didn't have a hard drive in it. Give me a second. But this is the computer that I got because I could, it's an XP computer. And this is what I have the serial cable for it, so I can plug it into my Palm Tops. But this is what I've been kind of waiting for people to do stuff. I would highly recommend just getting a computer like this to do this stuff with, because a lot of this stuff is just not compatible anymore. It's easier just to have an older computer set to do stuff with. But I'll do another video once I have the bottom back on or once I have the bottom on the 690. And I got to clean up the rubber thingies had turned, I took them all out and cleaned it up, but the rubber turned into, like, got all over my hands, got on my jeans, and you can see all this. It's on the outside of the case. It comes off, but it made a mess. So if you get one of these and you got sticky feet, just take them off carefully, wear gloves, get it off there ASAP, and try not to touch anything, because you can see how I got it all over this 690. The 680, not so much. I mean, it still had the same problem. Luckily, this one's thingies aren't bad. It's missing one, but actually, because this case fits a little funky, it's level. See? It doesn't rock back and forth. This, as I said, if I put a PCMCIA card in it, it's going to rock back and forth when you go to type, and it's a pain in the butt. But there's my 680, 690 RAM module and some other stuff to show you guys. And I'll show you guys a video when I have the bottom on the 690. I just need those 3 longer screws, which I contacted Used Handhelds about, and hopefully they'll be sending those my way. And yeah, thank you again to HBC Forum, or hbcfactor.com, and usedhandhelds.com. And I'll have more videos, so thank you guys for your time.